Welcome into another exciting episode of The Scene. This is a special birthday edition of Love Noise. I'm so appreciative of everybody tuning in with us tonight. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, throw a like up there, share this with everybody you know in your group, and let's have some fun tonight. Before we introduce our guest, I want to bring in my co-hosts, Wild Willie. What's shaking, Willie?
Not a whole lot. Happy birthday, buddy.
Appreciate that, man. Wish we were celebrating it together, but you can get me a cake this summer when I see you.
Okay. Don't hold your breath.
Brad Stewart, inching closer and closer to being the entrepreneur of impact. We're going to talk more about that later, but Brad, good to see you. Glad you could be here for my birthday party.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Appreciate it.
Haven't even had a chance to come up for air and send you a message on socials today about it. So
I knew I'd see you. It's no big deal. Well, and with no further ado, I want to bring in our guest. Now, this man is not just an artist, but a producer and doing very well for himself in the music scene, coming at it from some different angles. And I'm really excited to talk about all of that tonight. Let's bring him in. Gallo, Locknez. Gallo, welcome to the show, brother.
What's up? What's up, man? I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. I appreciate this opportunity to speak about the thing that we love most, and that's music. So I'm down for it, bro.
You got it. Well, and what I like to do off the top is just give you a moment to kind of give us a little bit of your backstory, and then I'm sure we're all going to have a few questions, but then we're going to get into some of your music tonight. So looking forward to that, man. So the floor is yours, brother.
Awesome, man. So yeah, I'm Gallo Locknez. I started out as an artist. I performed a lot of different places all over the U.S. Thankfully, I've been able to perform internationally in Europe. You know, I did music for the NBA, and I'm also a producer, so I produce for a lot of different artists and independent artists. So that's where I started. Now I'm a sync licensing producer artist, so I do a lot of music for like TV. I do a lot of music for commercials, TV shows, commercials, movies, ads. I mean, you name it. And yeah, that's where I'm at now. In short, you know, I try to keep this as brief as possible, but that's basically what it is in short. A lot of music for sync licensing and stuff like that right now. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and that's where the industry is, right? I mean, that's where the business of music has gone. It's really, you know, the streaming, and as much as they all push us into, you know, you got to get your songs out on Spotify, and you got to be releasing a song every 3 days and pushing those social medias, and you know, that there's no money in it, right? There's so few at the top that are actually streaming and doing it, and what we're all doing as small independent artists are driving our fans into Spotify's revenue stream. And so few of us are accessing our own and building that out. So I applaud you. And when we had our first, you know, discovery call, I was like, man, I cannot wait to get this guy on the show. Right. Like, just
I appreciate
you. It wasn't enough. We had to get you on, deep dive into some of these things, and really wanted, you know, a chance for both Brad and Willie to be able to ask some questions too. So I'll open it up with you, Willie, since you are our aspiring producer here. Anything for Gallo off the top of the show?
No, but I'm excited to see what's to aspire tonight. I'm always eager to learn when it comes to producing, so I'm sure later on in the night I'll have some more questions, but right now, not really.
Yeah, I keep hitting the wrong button. My fault, bro. That's like the second or third time I did that. My bad, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, that's the beauty of producing this stuff live, right?
You know what I'm trying to do real quick, man? And I know we're live. Is there a link for this for other people to watch this or no?
Yeah, man. I'll throw it in the private chat, and you.
That'd be perfect. Yeah, I got some people. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out that the whole time. I keep pressing the wrong button. Well, man.
I love it. Yeah, we'll drop it out there for you, and yeah, we'd love to have some of your fans come in and meet us too. So we'll throw it in the private chat. You can share this out, and while we're listening to one of these tracks coming up soon, you can jump off and share this with the world. So, Brad, anything from you kind of off the top before we turn Gallo loose on social media and get him spreading this stream around? You're muted.
Sorry, I was trying to eliminate background noise. Yeah, so I'm curious if you're getting access to the briefs for them, and I assume that you're making things that are bespoke for the placements and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah. Sometimes I get briefs. Yeah, sometimes I get briefs. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really do briefs much. I deal with a lot of like supervisors and or I'll deal directly with like music libraries, and they'll tell me what like they're getting a lot of hits for and a lot of searches for, and then I'll create music around that. You know what I mean? And then I do a lot of, matter of fact, I just did a lot of music for like a trailer company too. That focuses on trailers for like movies and things like that. So yeah, I mean, I can get briefs, but like I don't really deal with briefs too much anymore.
Okay.
Hey, for us dummies, can you guys explain what briefs are, just to give us a little bit of an education here?
Yeah, absolutely. So a brief is when like a company needs like a certain sound or a certain track or a certain song for a scene, right? Or for like a movie or for a TV show. And that brief will explain, hey, this is for this scene. This is the type of song we're looking for. They might put like some references in there, and then it'll be like, this is what it's paying. You know what I mean? And they'll send that brief out to like thousands of people. So ultimately, thousands of people are competing for that one scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's basically the descriptor of what they're looking for. They'll say, this guy is in this relationship and this is the scene, and we need something that's down tempo with this instrumentation. We need to be all vocals, or we need a female vocal, or whatever, but it's all the descriptives that they are looking for. And then there's like, this is how much it pays, whether that's an upfront fee or if it's a mixed deal or a pure royalty or whatever. But that is the meat of what all publishers are looking for, is the briefs.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming, Gallo, for people that are breaking into the industry, that you're dealing with that a lot. You're finding, getting access to those and kind of going through there. But once you're in, it's really about the relationships and finding people and building that up and having, being on a short list of people to call. But you got to kind of get into it from that, usually from that arena, to kind of get into the room and then be able to actually start building those relationships. Is that fair?
That is very fair. That's very fair. I know for me, when I realized, it's one opportunity and 1,000 people are going for that one opportunity, I realized this is not for me. Like, I don't want to compete against, 1,000 people, you know what I'm saying, going for this one scene. So for me, it's exactly what you said. I built relationships with libraries. I built relationships with supervisors. I built relationships with different companies. And I prefer to go that way because I feel like I got a better chance. And honestly, it's worked really well for me. And I recommend a lot of people actually kind of go that way, build relationships with people. You know what I mean?
How do you find some of those? I know your networking game has got to be pretty tight, and you've had the fortune of working with some of the biggest brands in the world, right? I mean, obviously you're bit with the NBA, as I feel like the moment that kind of launched you out there.
It is.
And then having that thread to your name definitely doesn't hurt.
Absolutely not.
But for people that are just breaking into it, or, an aspiring producer like Willie, who, while he wants to produce for other artists and to have that, but he could be producing music for really anything. How would a guy like Willie, who's fresh to the game completely, where's the kind of places to go? Are there websites and things that you can go in to access these briefs, or to go directly to building relationships?
Yeah, so me, it's so funny. I was asked this question. I was on a panel in Atlanta, I want to say about like 3 weeks ago. And they asked this question because, like you said, truly my jump start was the NBA, right? That's not a typical jump start, right? So I said, if I was to start over and I didn't have the NBA, what I would do is I would actually find people that have their foot in the door, that are getting placements, and reach out to them and be an asset to them. That's what I would do if I was to start from the beginning. I would reach out to people that I know are doing it, maybe vocalists that don't produce, and I'll be an asset. Hey, I know you need music. I know you need production. I can provide this production for you. You don't got to pay me up front. Let's go 50-50 on the back end, and let's go that way. I think the key to this industry is relationships, 100%. And I learned that over time. If I didn't learn that over time, I wouldn't be sharing this information, right? But I'm sharing the information because I want people to feel like, that when you go for briefs, most of the time you don't hear back. You could submit and they won't even tell you, hey, you could have worked on this. You could have did this differently, or we like this. Maybe you could change this. They don't tell you that, right?
It's like an open call for an audition for actors, right? There's going to be 1,000 people that are auditioning for that. You're going to come in, do your thing, see you later, and you may never hear from these people again. Yeah,
and that's not for nothing. As people, especially they say artists are very sensitive about their work, right? For artists that are like so passionate, it could be discouraging. You know what I mean? So for me going through that, I was like, I don't like the way this feels. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can find a different way. And so that's honestly my gem. Honestly, like what I recommend, like if you're just getting into this, look up people that are doing it and then offer your services, be an asset to them.
Is having a substantial catalog, is that important before you start kind of reaching out and building that, so you have a little bit of proof behind you and a little bit of something in the cupboard, if you will, before you start going out there?
I say, and these are great questions, bro. I say don't put yourself in a position that might slow you down, right? And I'll explain why I say that. What I mean is a lot of people will be like, I want to do this, but let me build my catalog. But let me do more music first before I reach out and try to find opportunities, right? If you're strong at something, if you're strong at a certain genre, then you reach out to that person and say, hey, what are you working on? I could work on something for you right now, and then have it ready for them that night or the next day. Because ultimately, sync is it's not about what you accomplish. It's about what can we do for this opportunity right now. You know what I'm saying? So, it's good to have like music available if you can, but if you don't sweat it. Make the music and then present it to the artist or the opportunity.
I love it, because I think a lot of people end up spending years of their life, and then you start, putting all of these songs under a microscope when that third song that you did might have been good enough to get you out.
Probably could have been good enough.
Yep. Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Because you don't know what you don't know, and you don't know what everyone are looking for either.
Yeah.
So I think it's very easy as an artist to get stuck in your head and miss out on opportunities because you're not putting yourself out there.
Yeah, you got to take the risk. You got to take the no risk without no reward without a risk, right? So especially a high risk, it's a high reward. So I'm going to comment on what you said too. There's a track of mine that's I made the most money off of, probably over $60,000-$70,000 over the course of all the placements it's got, right? And that track, I have like my circle of friends. I let my circle of friends, and even I was kind of iffy about that track. I let them hear it, and they're like, "Yeah, that's my least favorite. That's my least favorite track. Yeah, I don't really like that track, right?" And then I put it out. I was like, you know what, man? Like, there's elements to this I really like. There are elements I don't like, but F it, right? Bro, that track has gotten placed more than any other track that I have and made me the most amount of money. So it's exactly what you said. You might not know, but if you created it and it's there, go for it. You know what I mean?
That's such incredible advice and a great story there to really exemplify what we're talking about is because none of your boys know either, right? Like,
exactly.
They're not exactly. So what do they know? And the thing is that when you're getting these sync placements, they're not necessarily using a whole 3.5 minute song. They might be using a 30-second hook and that's it. Or they might be using an intro or an outro and this slight piece of it that they're like, that's perfect for what we need. And you don't have to take in the whole song into account.
Yep, absolutely right,
man.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely right, man. And that's honestly, that's why I pitched that song, because it was like, there was one part that I was iffy about, but like the rest of the song, I'm like, yo, this just feels good. Like I like it. And I get it. That's probably why they were like, yeah, I don't know, bro. Like most of my songs are full, like all the way through, just good. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? But I was like, man, I don't want to spend too much time with it. I can't figure it out. So it's like, let's just put it out there. And then, yeah, the rest is history. So.
That's my wife, Danielle. Hi, Danielle. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be in as soon as I can. We're going to listen to some of Gallo's music and get this popping. Definitely want to get this up on there. Love that you are helping other people too, man. Just coming and sharing your knowledge with us tonight. I'm really appreciative of that and dropping this for our community, because we are all of us are ourselves artists for the most part. And most of the community, are artists. All of our people that are tuning in are that. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to pick the first one, and then I'm going to let you pick between the other two. But you got Positive Freestyle on here, and I just kind of want to roll with this and give it a listen. Put that out there. Give you a minute to get out and share this with your people and get the stream out there on the web. But we're going to listen to a song, then we're going to come back and talk about it. So this is Gallo Locknez with the Positive Freestyle.
You a light, you a hope. You bring me the biggest smile, like the funniest joke, but no joke. I'm serious. Doper than most, nope, you the GOAT. Point blank, period. You deserve this. Closest thing to perfect. Impossible to word it, but the effort is worth it. I'ma try. I'm thankful that you in my life. Even when I'm wrong, you're the one thing I did right. Can't deny it, your energy is vibrant. I could call you a pilot, baby, cause you the flyest. You gon' go far, you a star, shine the brightest. Gotta do my part from my heart where I write this. You're the best, you're amazing. You're everything, opposite complaining. I'm just saying, I gotta say this. So when you feeling down, you should play this. I'm just reminding you a diamond, nah. You a rare jewel, you be shining, yeah. You a inspiration, you a motivation. On that marathon flow, you a dedication. You consistent, persistent, built to go the distance. So listen, you gotta stay driven. I couldn't say it any clearer. I'm talking to that person in the mirror.
Bro, that is so good. And I know you just kind of sent in snippets because you're not really making, you're not necessarily like an artist now because the difference between what you maybe started as to now. But man, you got style, brother.
Thank you.
I hope that time finds you and you get to drop a fire album sometime in the future again. And I know that's really not, I know nobody's making music doing that, but I love that. Reminded me of that. Oh man, that like late 90s. There was so much good stuff that came out of that era that was underground, that underground hip hop scene during that before. The industry just tanked, man. Mid aughts, right? 2008, Spotify comes out and the whole industry changes and they sold us all on it's going to be more opportunities and all of it. And it literally just like vacuumed all the money out of the middle part of the industry and left a lot of guys like us that were climbing and trying to get to a certain level. And it just kind of stole that middle class of the music business right out of the industry. No,
I agree. And so that's what I was going for. I was going for like that boom bap, you know what I mean? That cool jazz feel, you know what I mean? I love Tribe Called Quest, you know what I mean? I love I love Jay-Z. I'm from New York, so I like that New York sound, you know what I mean? And ultimately, man, there's a lot of people that grew up with hip hop that are in the later ages and whatever, and they like that music. They might not be about the new music, you know what I mean? So there is a demographic for this type of music still, you know what I mean? So
I mean, this was the stuff that we grew up listening to, right? Nas obviously being one that stood like just a massive artist that kind of achieved and came out of that tribe. Obviously, the cultural significance that they are. I miss it, right? And I don't listen to a lot of hip hop now. Trap music. I don't even know what trap music is, to be perfectly honest. I hear it a lot. The mumble rap doesn't make any sense. I appreciated artists that had something to say. And if you had a cool beat that you could kind of, slump to a little bit, right? Then it was all the better. And I feel like that's missing, or maybe it's not missing, but it's definitely not. It's not a younger generation that are creating that kind of music. And it's probably because they're not influenced by that music. And I think it's kind of hard.
Not at all.
Gallo, I need you to come on to the Scene Projects Radio and be one of our DJs and start spinning all that old hip hop for these kids and get it back out there. And
listen, I was really digging that. My only complaint is you left me wanting more.
I knew he was going to say that. I knew a lot of people say that, but
I have to agree with Bubba. I mean, my country's my big influence, but I remember listening to a lot of that growing up because I was born in the 90s, and that's what I was raised on the hip hop era. So to me, that put me right back in my childhood. I absolutely
That's dope. That's dope. Thank you, man. And the thing about that too is like my message is about positive, right? So that's what that whole song, the song is called You Are Dope. But the concept of the song is you're actually talking to yourself. It's a way to show your self-love and self-motivation. And you know what I mean? So it sounds like I'm talking to somebody else, but you're actually speaking out loud, looking at yourself in the mirror. And you're reminding yourself. That's why a lot of the lyrics, like sometimes I got to remind you, you know what I mean? Like, yo, it might be hard now, but you are an incredible person. You're amazing. You're one of a kind. And honestly, you're telling yourself that. And sometimes if we don't hear it from other people, we could tell ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So that was the whole concept of that song.
So did you make the beats and the lyrics?
Yeah, I made the beat as well. Yeah, I made the beats. I wrote the lyrics. Yeah, there's actually a video too on my Instagram. I went to the local studio out here and shot a video for it too. So yeah, nice. Like a one take little freestyle.
Check that out. I mean, that's one day where I want to be. I want to be able to do stuff like that.
Yeah. No, you could, bro. Like you could, man. And I'm sure we'll get into it. But yeah.
I love the message behind that too.
Thank you.
Positive, uplifting. We need more of that in the world today. So,
I love that, man. That's the way I feel. That's why that's the message that I push. And a lot of times, I'm gonna be honest with you. For a long time, I'm like, man, it's such a negative world. It's such a negative world. But it's like it all starts with us. You know what I mean? And that's really what the message is about. Like, yeah, we could spread, we could look for positive energy. We can look for something to build us up, but we can also build ourselves up and then be that light for other people.
Yep. We got to be the change we want to see.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Man, I love it, man. And you exude that vibe, right? It took a 5-minute conversation with you, having never met you before, connecting off of LinkedIn and just being like, yeah, I mean, I'm connecting with a lot of music people, more sports people now, as we're kind of shifting gears with our company and kind of filling it up. Talked a little bit off camera about how, the Scene Projects, the interviews are just kind of filled up, right? So
that's
I don't
need
just any music and people, not that we're not building our community. We have Unsigned Spotlight that runs 5 days a week. We feature 5 new artists every single day. So we're still bringing in artists. It's not my show, right? It's on the network, but it's not necessarily my show. Shout out to AJ Waller, who runs that one and is finding new music all the time. And we might have to tap your community and the people around you a little bit, get them to start submitting tracks for everything. But because we want to do that, I don't want to pigeonhole this network into one thing. And I know that everyone wants you to be one thing. You got to stay in your lane. You got to be, black or white, red or blue in this life. And it's like, man, that's not me. For one, and that's not most of the world. Like we're all swimming in this gray area, and it's finding people that are like a similar shade to you, right? That match that shade a little bit. We don't have to be the same color, but do we vibe in the same way? And man, I just like I grew up on on the Grateful Dead and Scorpions and AC/DC, right? Like all these crazy. My mom loved blues music. They grew up around the Chicago area. So my mom's bringing in Coco Taylor and all, the Robert Johnson and all these great blues albums. So I have this wide range of music that I like.
Yeah.
And then I moved to the West Coast when I was like 19, 20 years old, and then got introduced to EDM music, got introduced to a bunch of hip-hop artists out there. And it was just like, man, this is beautiful. Like I love this. And while I don't always, it's not the music that I go out and perform, it doesn't mean that I don't love it. So in many ways, I really wanted, as we built the scene projects, that's why it was never about one genre over the other. We started out heavy in country, member of the Midwest Country Music Organization. I live in the middle of South Dakota. Most of the artists that are around here are country. But it was always about reaching farther and farther out and building that out. I'm 5 hours from the Twin Cities, so you got a lot of varied, a lot of genres coming out of there. We love it all, man. And while I may not listen to like the heaviest music, right? I'm not a huge heavy metal fan or so. I can still respect like supreme musicianship.
What they're doing. Yeah, exactly.
Guitar players can shred a fretboard. Absolutely puts me in awe. And I'm not going to put it on in my studio and listen to it all day, every day, but it might be on when I'm working out and I need that, I need that aggressive energy. Right. So yeah, I love it. And like I said, you just kind of exude that energy to you. And, it probably has a lot to do with your experience in life as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, ultimately, one of the things that I love, right? Like, I love comic books, right? I love comic books. I love, Marvel. I'm big on that, right? And I remember somebody saying there's really like the main superhero and like the arch villain, whatever, have a similar story. They have a similar story. A lot of times their parents were killed or, and the world and what, they were alone in the world, right? But the difference is the hero is like, I was alone in the world and I never want anybody else to feel alone. Whereas the villain could be, I was alone in the world and everybody else needs to burn. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard that, I was like, you know what, man? I don't want nobody else to hurt or be alone like me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to go through that. I didn't feel good. So, and then of course I always root for the hero. I'm one of those people, right? So even though I love a good bad guy, I'm not, I love a good bad guy, but I'm always rooting for the hero. So that's honestly my approach. My approach is like, yo, I didn't have nothing handed to me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have, an easy walk in the park. I had to learn everything. I had a lot of people against me, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So in my experience, it's like, I don't like the way that feels. I'm going to learn this stuff. I'm going to make sure I'm good. The people I love is good. And I'm going to try to help other people, give them something that I didn't have. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm at. I'm really, really passionate about that. But that's where it stems from, honestly.
I know you mentioned you're from New York. Is that kind of the scene you came up in?
No. I was born in New York. I grew up in like East Pennsylvania. I'm in West Pennsylvania now, in East Pennsylvania. So like I grew up in the Poconos. You ever heard of Poconos?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I grew up in the Poconos.
An old man called Pocono too.
Oh, for real? Okay.
That's where my mind went. That's where my mind went.
It really? That's what he said. Well, now I grew up where the Pocono race. Well, what is it? I forgot, but the Pocono racing and all that stuff. I was literally like 15 minutes from there, right? Every year it's a big thing. But a lot of kids from New York, their parents moved to the Poconos because they would commute and work in New York, but they would live in the Poconos because you get a bigger home, you get a bigger more land, and it was way less expensive. So that was my parents. That was my dad. My dad worked in the city. We moved to the Poconos. I grew up in a nicer area. However, my dad commuted back and forth to New York and stuff until he retired.
So was there a music scene around there of independent artists, or you're out in the suburbs and it's just a bunch of suburban kids?
Nah, it's, everybody. Yeah, man. Like, that's why I started to rap, right? Being in school and stuff. Like, I started rapping in the back of the school bus. You know what I mean? So, of course, you got the kids from New York always all wanting to rap. So we're all hanging together and we're rapping and stuff. But, we didn't have no knowledge. We didn't have any studios. You know what I'm saying? And then the crazy thing is, as I got older, I realized a lot of people from Def Jam lived in the Poconos, that worked at Def Jam, or people that worked at Sony and stuff. They also did what my dad did, right? They moved, instead of living in the city, they moved to the Poconos. What happened was a lot of those people saw the talent, the kids rapping, and they try to exploit them, right? They try to take advantage of them. So yeah, you could come to the studio. Oh, I got a great deal for you. Pay me $500, pay me $5,000, and I'll get your music heard, you know, at the studio in New York and da-da-da. Then they were studios. Oh yeah, pay us $150 for an hour. And but we don't know no better. We don't know no better because we don't know, right? We don't know what we should be paying. So, but I kind of always just knew, like, yo, something don't seem right, right? Something don't seem right. Nobody's getting signed. Nobody's leaving the city and blowing up. Like, something don't seem right. So, so that was a lot of what we experienced, and not for nothing, it's sad, but there's a lot of, like, you know, discouragement and depression and things, you know, that led to a lot of alcohol and drugs and all that stuff and getting into trouble because it really felt like there wasn't a way out of this area. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I realized, you know, thankfully the internet happened. And because of the internet, I got the attention of people that actually really did things. I was signed to Rockwilder. That was my first big opportunity. I ended up getting signed to Rockwilder as a producer. And that really, like, opened the doors for me.
Very cool.
See, and that's what you hit on is exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing. Is I want to do it for the people. I live in rural Missouri.
Okay.
And there's nothing around here. And people are paying these big time people stupid amount of money. Yeah. And, you know, Bubba hit on it earlier. There's music scene isn't popping like it used to be, and it's not full of money. You know, it's a lot harder to make a dime in it now than it was even 10 years ago. Yeah. So that's a big reason why and I can really relate to what you're saying because of, you know, it kind of overlaps a little bit.
So I say this, man. Like I said, I didn't allow my scene, my environment to hold me back. You know what I mean? That's basically like the whole point. Like, you know, there's a lot of people that are really wrapped up in, yo, this is where I'm from. I'm going to be here. I'm going to die here. Like, this is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? And some people, like, I get really frustrated by that because I'm in Pittsburgh now and I see that and I'm like, man, like, you have so much talent, and the way that you're really gonna blossom from what you love is you're gonna have to get out of the city. Yeah, you can still rock with the city you're from, but also don't put your eggs all in one basket. Go out to other cities, go out to other markets. You know what I mean? Because your city might not appreciate your sound, but there's probably a market that would love your sound. You know what I'm saying? So there's so much opportunity besides where you live.
Well, and people on the East Coast,
and that's the thing is,
people on the East Coast got it good, man. Because I'm like 5 hours from anything out here, and 5 hours you could be in. You could go through New York and get to Boston and get to Philly. And you could do a whole tour in a 5 hour drive from where you're at or the Poconos, right? And like me, I got to drive 5 hours to get to more of the middle of nowhere on the other side of South Dakota, right? So, like, we were born touring, and we have it a lot better because we can actually, you know, get paid to play because there's a lack of competition out there. But man, I saw some fire artists from Cleveland when I was out for the Midwest Talent Awards in Detroit, and some people that we got connected with. And where are you going, Kat? What are you doing? Don't be turning my camera off like you did last time. But what you experienced there is not. Brad's in Nashville, been in Nashville for a decade and a half at least, right, Brad? What you experienced there and in your field, you know, is not any different than any other genre of music, right? Like rock people, country people, and Brad can kind of attest to a little bit more of this. I know you worked with a lot more like blues folk, but man, there are people getting taken advantage in Nashville that don't feel like they're getting taken advantage of because they're like, well, I'm working with a Nashville producer and I'm a Nashville recording artist. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, you like worked with one guy and you did that. And there's a lot of people out there that are Nashville recording artists that came in there, recorded with a producer or in a studio there, and then left and went back to their town. And I'm not one that's going to bag on them for doing that, but it's not going to be like an end all be all. And there's a lot of people riding that name, or, but it's kind of the same thing. Like you said, like, with the hip hop world, it's like my producer worked at Def Jam, right?
Yeah.
And it was like your producer did one track with them 25 years ago.
Yeah, bro. And it's wild because you'll see that a lot where, like, I'll come across, I got a Grammy. But that was like from 1989. Like, and I'm not discrediting the fact you won a Grammy, because winning Grammys is, incredible. But it's like, okay, but what does that do for my sound now? What does that do for me now? You know what I'm saying? So, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And real quick side note, my girlfriend just came in, and
Katie?
Yeah, Katie. And was gonna say, we met somebody from Nashville out in Atlanta, and we're supposed to go out to Nashville sometime this year. So maybe
Awesome.
we can link up, Brad. Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. Katie, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you. Know you're here to support your boy, but we hope you subscribe to the channel and get that. Brad, I want to give you a little bit of time to talk here. Talk about Music Mogul AI. I know you got a hard out at 8 o'clock, and obviously we're gonna be talking to Gallo for a little bit longer than that tonight. But you're also up for the Entrepreneur of Impact, so just kind of want to give you a minute. Talk about Music Mogul AI. And kind of explain what it does for Gallo as well, and for everybody. And then, we can turn you loose before it gets too late for you.
Yeah, sounds good. So, Music Mogul AI is a first of its kind software that really does not exist anywhere in the world today. But it is, I've been in the industry for 20 years in a variety of different capacities as a booking agent, manager, publisher, publicist, consultant, and mentor. And I've essentially distilled all of my knowledge into this software, my database, my workflows, the email nurturing sequences. But it's designed to give the artist all of that infrastructure and the systems in place that they need to run their business. And it's a human in the loop model. So it's not just sending out slop. You get to approve all the activity before it all goes out. But it's essentially there to help you with the booking, the marketing, and the management functions for your business. And then we offer consulting and mentorship on top of that, either as an add-on or just as a standalone service if you just want the consulting. But they're two separate services, but they're designed to work together. And so the services side of the business is Mogul Talent Group, and the software side is Music Mogul AI. So that is essentially what we have created, but it essentially leverages LLMs and agentic AI to do the work, to work as a co-pilot for you to run your business. So it doesn't play favorites with other bands on a roster. It only works for you. So, but that's kind of what started everything. And then we were featured in the LA Times not too long ago. And we got huge response out of that from a wide variety of businesses. But one of them was Entrepreneur of Impact. They saw that article, which is Damon John's program from the Shark Tank. This is his kind of mentorship accelerator program, essentially, but it's paired up with a nonprofit. And for this round, it's with a company called Gen Youth, which is a nonprofit. It raises funds for underprivileged school children to get the meals and the nourishment that they need at schools. And then it provides like aftercare so that they can live physically active lives as well. So that's really the cause behind all of this, is to raise money for that, to create awareness around the software. And I made it through the group round. I had to beat 20 people out just to get to this point, but I got first place in my group. And right now we are looking to get as many donations as possible for this. The donations reset every single week. We only have 8 days left in this round. So if I don't get first place, I'm out, essentially. So we are really looking for your vote. You can vote for free once a day, and that is fantastic. I love all of you guys that have been doing that. We're really hoping that we can get some donations. It's all tax deductible donations, and that is really what is going to move the needle. So yeah, we can put the link down in the comments. Bubba, you may have even already done that, but it's called Entrepreneur of Impact, and it would really change the trajectory of our software. It would change the trajectory of these kids' lives. And, you know, we're looking for as much community and support that we can get. And I appreciate you guys, Bubba, for having me on and letting me tell the story about what we're doing and how we're trying to have that impact.
Yeah, and I think with Music Mogul AI, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to pick Gallo's brain a little bit and get a new Sync Mogul AI, and he can put all that knowledge into it and helping people get better at it, because so much of what I'm sure that, you know, people are doing in that, it's still a lot of marketing. It's a lot of networking. It's a lot of reach out that could be automated in some ways to do it. We know how time consuming it can be to send out the emails every day if you've ever booked the show or looked for work out there. So yeah, appreciate it. So Katie, I'm assuming is a musician as well, and is she got some music? All right, Katie, I'm gonna get you a link too. You're gonna come on share your music.
There you go.
Soon. Yeah, well, that's how we do. That is how we do it here. Oh, you got music? Cool. Come on the show.
Come on.
Come share it. Get it on our radio station and become part of the crew, you know? So, Brad, I appreciate you sharing that. And, you know, Gallo, I know that you're not booking a lot of shows and doing that out there, but I know that you have, you know, you inevitably you got people around you that are trying to do that stuff. So just wanted you to hear a little bit of it. So when they're out there, because everybody thinks they need an agent. And the reality is that if you're not out there already making, you know, $250,000 a year, an agent doesn't care because they're only getting 10% anyway. So if you're not worth $50,000 to somebody, like, why would they sniff around what you're doing? It's on. I'm Gallo's going to get you the link, and we would love to have you. We would love to have you. And I got another form that I'm going to bring. I'm going to send to you guys too, so you can send us some of your music to get onto the radio station and onto Unsigned Spotlight and everything that we're doing. Man, I want the Scene Projects to be what MTV was in the 80s, right? It's where people can come to discover their new favorite artist. And with, you know, I mean, MTV's it's done, right? Like, it's done. That era is over. And to me, that's so crazy because it was such a big part of my life. And granted, when I moved out to South Dakota, that changed and we didn't have cable anymore. And it changed too, right? By 2000, it wasn't what it was in 1992, right? But we want to bring that back, and we want to be an avenue for new artist discovery. And in every way, right? We're not just doing the radio. We have the interviews and deep dives like this, and so much more we can do, right? I don't think I even told you about the 18-day, 5,500-mile tour I was on doing songwriter showcases all around the country, right? Me and my Suburban cruising around and just meeting new artists and capturing all this film and putting it out there. So can't wait to do that. We'd love to come through Pittsburgh and shows out there. I got a good buddy that's not too far out of there. Shout out to Paduti and the News. My guy Jeff Revilla. He's got a cool studio, man, and I think I need to connect you guys and see what you can do. He's got a podcast. It's an old theater, right? So he set up the theater as like a podcast live podcast studio thing, and it's cool, man. And it's probably not far from you at all.
Okay, yeah. He's a good dude too. Yeah, I was on his podcast about a month ago. So
what's his name?
Jeff Revilla.
Jeff Revilla. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm not familiar, but he's out here in Pittsburgh.
He's outside of Pittsburgh. But I'll figure some. So I'll connect you. I know he's on LinkedIn and stuff too, and that's where I.
Okay, cool.
So
I know he's close to. I know he's close to Blawnox because we were talking about Moondogs.
Okay.
So yeah.
Word.
Well, speaking of music,
I'd love to get you
more of yours, man. And I know Brad's got a dip. Brad, I don't know if you got to get out right now, if you want to say goodbye or whatever, but we got a few more Gallo songs to get into, and then Willie sent me a very special song for today as well. So,
hey,
but yeah, Gallo, I'd also love to get you on my show as well, buddy. I do one called Soul Impact, How Music Saved Us.
Okay, yeah, absolutely, bro. Let's make it happen.
I'm going to leave this next one up to you. So we got the jazzy freestyle, or we got Hey, Hey, Let's Go. Which one do you want us to listen to before we let Brad dip?
Yeah, we could do the short and sweet again. We could do the jazzy freestyle.
Okay, love it.
Yeah.
All right, this is the jazzy freestyle by Gallo, Locknez.
Same on the hustling type. You just complain, man, you fussy, you fight. Wondering why you stuck in your life. The negative lane will suck out your light. Avoid the drain, apply pressure, start busting them pipes. And hit the mud, it's an uncomfortable ride. But make it just music ain't enough for the likes. You need content for followers, we suck at it, right? But it's the blind leading the blind, covering sight. So be you, keep it genuine. Do your own thing, keep it hot like the Netherlands. Start your own scene, make it pop, get it relevant. Come in clean, out the box, start getting it. Build your team, a future legend. Get to the music, but I don't need a treat for you to check my presence. No need for uses, in your ear like a Q-tip. I got my own tribe, I'm a proud father with 2 kids. Enough personal, haters get cut off surgical. Make them head out, no convertible. It's my turn, so I'm curving you. I'm far from patient and I'm not a waiter, but yeah, I'm serving you. Watch what consistency and grind will turn into. Get out your feelings, homie, the nerve of you. Get to business, move relentless, work it through, and get yours cause you deserve it too.
Gallo, I got to get you hooked up with my guy Marv Ellis, and he's got another buddy of his. He's out in upstate New York, and you guys would just vibe. I would love to see you all do some tracks together. Marv is the one that kind of really, like, I had listened to some hip hop, and it was all kind of, more mainstream stuff. Just, what a white kid in South Dakota was going to have.
I dig it.
Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In an area where you were going to hear a lot of underground stuff. I had a cousin of mine around the Chicago area that would always rap, and I got a little bit of that. But when I moved to the West Coast and met Marv, it totally changed everything for me, and it was so. He's my favorite artist, right? Like he's my favorite. Dope. He just dropped a new album coming out. He's always been independent, but you guys would hit it off so well, and musically, your styles are very similar, and the way that just your vibes similar too, man. So I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna send you his Spotify link and get you listening to some of his tracks
for sure. Absolutely,
same way. But yeah, man, just cool. Another cool track, easy to listen to. Yeah, you're very good at what you do, man. And there's a reason that you're having all the success that you're having out there in the world. And I'm going to keep pushing for a new Gallo Locknez album. That's all I got to say.
Don't do that. Don't do that, because I love it so much and I don't want to do it. But everybody's like, yo, we need more music. I don't want to do it, though.
I agree. Too late. The ship sold.
Yeah. Well, thank you, y'all. I really appreciate that. Thank you for sure.
Yeah, Brad. Anything from you before we let you get out of here today? Any words of wisdom? I know the man is obviously doing a lot of things right out here in the world, or anything that just things that you want to say.
Yeah, well, going back to what you were saying earlier, I wanted to have a publishing agent in the software, but my developers were like, dude, you have to focus.
She's talking to you on this one, ain't she, Gallo?
She is.
So, I was just, while you guys were chatting, I was checking out your Tech 25 sync weekend and all that. I love what you're doing with that. And
thank you.
Educating artists is half the battle. A lot of it's an untapped revenue stream for most artists out there. And it is designed to keep them that way. And that is what we are trying to fight against, is to give them that knowledge and help them learn, what a split sheet is and how to manage the metadata and, keeping the stems and everything done and doing the lyrics and, like all of the unsexy part of the business.
The part that's not fun.
They don't want to hear that, but that is vital to any kind of a placement. And so, I love that you're doing that. I do see, I may have to register and listen in.
Man, please.
To be part of it.
Please.
And I mean, I love what you're doing. If there's anything I can help you with, definitely let me know. And
for sure.
I love the sync and the licensing side. I'm a publisher, an affiliate publisher with ASCAP and BMI.
Okay.
So I've gotten placements myself for my clients that I've managed and done their publishing and everything too. So I love that.
Is this you, Gallo?
Let me see. Bro. Yeah, man. Yep.
Talking about cool. Just checking it out, man. And I apologize for not doing my homework. I've had a busy day.
Okay.
My kids had track day today. So I'm gonna try to throw this up there and talk. So tell us more about this, man. And Brad, if you gotta go,
I will.
don't really understand, man. So
and yo, Brad, thanks for the alley-oop, bro, because I really did want to talk about Tech 25. So I appreciate the alley-oop for that. And I seen you hit me up on LinkedIn, so we're definitely gonna talk for sure.
Okay. Let's stay in touch.
Yes. Tech 25 is a company that's based out of here in Pittsburgh. It's an amazing company. It's a nonprofit, and it's all about education, right? And they help high school students, they help adults, and they help teach them various things within the creative field, from video to live audio to lighting to music production. Now they brought me on, and now I'm teaching sync, right, and music production. But you looking at it, but Monday through Friday, that's it right there. Monday through Friday, I actually teach high school seniors. I teach them music production, songwriting, and also sync. And it's so unique about Tech 25. What happens is the seniors actually get paid to come to Tech 25 every day for 2 hours. They get paid an hourly rate, and they get to work on their craft. They get to learn. They get to work on music. And what happens is, once they graduate, say they don't have they're not going to college or whatever, Tech 25 will hire them for the next step, and they'll teach them how to DJ. They'll teach them live audio, lighting, and they'll help them get gigs as well. So they'll teach them, they'll pay them, they'll teach them, and they'll help them get gigs as well, so that they can make a career out of it. It's such an amazing company. And they reached out to me. They found me at a sync event in Pittsburgh, and they reached out to me, and now the rest is history. We're just building and doing a lot. And they're supportive of all the ideas. Yeah, it is
the kind of stuff that we want to be supporting out there in the world. So we love that.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, let's do more stuff together. We are definitely interested in learning more about this, and we'll be putting this out in our community and letting people know we need more of this, man. And that's ultimately what it is. I had the pleasure of having on another gentleman out of Boston, and they got something similar to this. I don't know if it's everything exactly like this, but they're doing the same thing, man. Educating the youth, bringing them out and teaching them the way. And in so many ways, that's exactly what we're trying to do with the scene projects and having that digital space where we're able to do that. So I absolutely love what Tech 25 is doing. Recommend everybody go check it out. I literally typed in Tech 25 on Google, It came right
and it
up.
came right up. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Grateful for that. And grateful for you to be, giving your time to these kids and supporting them. Super cool that they're able to, a lot of these high school seniors, might not be able to go and pay for opportunities like that. And you totally put it on their head to where they can get paid to go and learn these things. And that's wild, man. That's even better than an internship.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. And they learn so much and they love it. They absolutely love it, right? What high school kid that isn't passionate about music wouldn't be excited like, yo, I'm gonna go to school, but I'm gonna be in the studio every day, right? I could work on beats every day and get paid for it. Like, man, I would have loved that.
Yep. Yeah.
It might have kept me out of prison, Gallo.
It's all good.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's all good.
Well,
oh man.
I have to dip out, but I wish I didn't because I'm enjoying the conversation. And
we may be bringing Gallo on for more guest co-host spots with us and drop an education and give us more chances to talk about Tech 25 and putting that out there. So Brad, thanks for being here, man. Always appreciate everything. Appreciate what Music Mogul AI does for our independent artist scene out here as well. And thanks for hanging out with us tonight, brother. Go do your thing. Everybody vote for Brad to be the entrepreneur of impact. I'll throw the link in the comments out there one more time for everybody too. So be good, Brad. We'll talk to you. I'll talk to you soon, but we'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Thank you guys so much for the support, and we'll be in touch.
Absolutely. I'm gonna touch base with you too, Brad. Take care, man.
All right. Sounds good.
I know.
You guys have a good one.
Awesome stuff, man. Well, yeah, Brad being the supreme co-host there and throwing the alley-oop to our guy.
For real.
Couldn't let you get out of here without an NBA reference, right?
I know, right? Yo, for real.
That's awesome.
Bro,
well, hey,
I'm missing that. Listen, my bad, bro. This shows how much love I got for you, though, bro. I'm missing my Knicks playing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like on the side, Katie's sending me score updates and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
too much longer, man.
Nah, you good.
They got a big series against Philly going on right now.
Yeah, bro.
I was watching this weekend, tuning in and getting it done. So let's get this last one in here. Now, this is a collab that you sent on this one, correct? With Catherine.
Yeah, man. So a lot of times I work with people that like, they might not be, rappers, but they like writing raps. You know what I'm saying? So she wrote some lyrics and, I put everything together. I produced the beat and everything, and I put everything together, and this is it, man. This is actually for Sync. This is actually we made it for the Miami Heat, right? And it didn't get accepted for the Miami Heat. So now we're currently shopping it for Sync.
Awesome. Well, this is Hey, Let's Go. Gallo Locknez, Catherine Grace.
Let's go. Lights down, bass loud, talk. Yeah, let's go. Lights down, bass loud, talk. No fear, no limits. When we on the floor, we put in a high percentage. Handle business till we finish. Every second, every minute, we put in our all in it. Come on, now let's get it. Right now, stand up. Right now, get loud. Let me hear you at the top of your lungs. We the models.
Yeah, brother, you are so talented. And,
Thank you.
and I just appreciate everything that you
There.
that's
say
our
hi.
that's our monkey. What's up? Hi, honey. How are you?
You say hi to Gallo.
Hi, Gallo.
Hi.
She's
Brad
the-
ain't
the
in here right now.
co-host
He had to
with the
leave.
most. That's our future right there. That's the future.
Yeah, I
There we
tell you,
go.
I love the fact that I'm doing my podcast on the studio I got because I can hear it in the whole entire house. And you should have seen her. I wish I would have thought about it, but my phone was in here. She was up there dancing and everything, so she liked it. And you can ask her. She'll tell you if she don't like a song.
You like what you hear? Thank you. Thank you.
It's gotta pass the monkey test.
Yeah.
So Gallo, you mentioned something before we played that one, that you had kind of made this one for a specific team and kind of shopped them, but
Correct.
it didn't get picked.
Yeah.
So then what
Correct.
kind of happens to something like that? Now, you don't mention the team specifically in here,
Correct.
but what's the
Correct.
shopping process like of actually going, okay, this didn't work here, but it can work somewhere. Is there a
Correct.
lot of, you kind of sending it out to your network and be like, hey,
That's exactly
for this or what?
Yep. That's exactly it. So what I'll do is, what we're doing is I'll send it to the people, the library, the companies that I have relationships with. I'll send it to them. Hey, I worked on this song. Are you guys interested in this song? You know what I mean? Honestly, the way I do it though is I'll send like a group of songs together, right? So I'll send like maybe 7 to 10 songs, and that song will be in that playlist. You know what I mean? And then I'm just like, hey, pick what you guys want. You know what I mean? And they'll pick the song. So, but that's exactly what I'll do. But I'll send it to the people that are like library owners, music supervisors, people that actually are moving and shaking.
Well, and where there used to be maybe, a few dozen of those, now there's probably thousands of people that are operating in those roles that it becomes there. That's why I kind of brought up and planted the seed of Sync Mogul AI.
Yeah.
Because he's got this software and these developers, like most of the bones are there and they're very similar in how they operate. It's just a matter of like the different networks that you're plugging into, the databases that you're pulling from. So, anything we can do to help artists to kind of navigate that space and to be out there is exactly what we want to do. So really, really grateful, man, to have all of these things that you've shared with us, because you talking about making $60,000, $70,000 off of one song. I'm sure there's people that are going to listen to this that their jaw's going to hit the floor, right?
Yeah.
Never seen $600 from one of their songs, right?
They
spent $6 or $7 grand on an album, right? But they've never seen that kind of ROI. And it doesn't happen by accident, right? Like, I think you've proven now that you have talent, right? Like, you have skills, you have valuable skills. You're able to create for a variety of genres. You're able to take, if you needed to, you could have briefs and be able to create something for a specific thing, although that's not really what you're doing now. You're still working in that space where maybe somebody comes to you and goes, hey, we're looking for
this is what I need. Correct.
What you got for me? And maybe you got something in the catalog already that fits that mold. But if you don't, I'm sure within 48 hours you could come up with something.
I'll create it. And then a lot of times I'll bring other people in. Like, my girlfriend's here. She's in sync too. She does really well. If I need female vocals, I'm like, hey, come on, you know what I mean? I need you on this track, or help with writing or whatever. She'll help me. And then other people too. I might hit up a guitarist. I might hit up a pianist. I might hit up a keyboardist, whatever. I keep my network. I keep a network of musicians around me. Ultimately, I can play, but there's nothing like having open minds and other ideas to kind of elevate the sound already. So I'm very big on collaborating.
Country rock, male vocals. I'm just gonna throw it out there. You got me. I can record at home. I'm not great, but maybe you can teach me a few things.
No doubt.
Because that's what we want to do, man. I got burnt out, man. I honestly, 2 years ago, I quit my job at the factory because I thought I was going to be a rock star. I didn't think I was going to be a podcaster, right? I wasn't even podcasting at the time. But I had a bunch of gigs booked. But bro, I got out on the road play until, you know, because most of the gigs that we get, they are cover gigs where you might get a few originals during the night, but you're playing 4-hour shows. I was the only singer in the band. Like, I'm out here blowing it out 6 nights in a row, right? And I'm just like, man, I don't have the energy for this, especially in my mid-30s. I just turned 40 today, but you know, I was
that's what's up.
I appreciate that. I was 37, 38 years old, trying to rock out there with a bunch of 21-year-olds, and I was like, man, I don't have this in me, right? Physically, and just like the want to, I don't have that. I don't want it bad enough. And I think it was kind of a big thing for me to understand that, because what I did want bad enough was to give other people those opportunities. And that's what really spurred me on to like chasing down the podcast and more of the interviews and putting people on and really being about other artists more than myself. I do still have myself, and it's very easy for people to look at the brand and to go, well, it's you on there all the time. It's like, but it's me introducing my friends and other all these people, incredibly talented people that I have to my community, and trying to grow this community for that, not for me, for all of us, you know? So meeting people like you that are having success out there is just so important. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I've been taking advantage of it. Everybody, I'm getting all these. There's so many people that I've befriended or have started following me that really have no idea who they are. So today, when they're like wishing me a happy birthday, it's like, well, I got my foundation, right? Like, we got Operation Combat Adventure Suicide. Go subscribe to my channel, please. Like, check out what we're doing. You know, I know you found me on Facebook, but you know, there's a lot more to me than what you're seeing on one platform. And obviously, most of what we're doing now is in the YouTube space and having the, you know, the social media platforms are more just for community, especially with Facebook. That's where my groups are, right? That's where I'm able to network with people. I've been hammering LinkedIn, which I'm sure you use extensively in your world to do that. So, man, I can't wait to work with y'all. I'm so blessed to know you and blessed that you would take some time for us today, because you didn't need to, right? Like, your music career is off and on its own, but your passion for helping other people and spreading that knowledge, I think, is where we align so well. And I can't wait to work with you and Katie and your whole crew, man, and keep pushing. And if we can get a track out there that does fairly well and I can make a little bit of money, maybe I'll want to put out another album someday too. I'm tired of spending money that has no ROI, right? Like, why would you waste all the time and energy into something that's not giving it back to you?
Exactly.
I'll definitely be hitting you up and picking your brain. I ain't gonna lie. I am very intrigued.
I'm here for it, man. And I'm always welcome to come on here. And I just want to comment real quick, man. I did need to come here. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a dope person, bro. You're a dope person. You're selfless. You're always trying to look out for other people and help other people. And you're trying to give them a platform. You're trying to give them a voice. And you're not just trying, you're doing it. You know what I mean? So it's important that people like you also get support. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful that you thought of me and that I'm here, and I will be here and I'll support you. And we'll figure out other things too, man. Maybe, you know, bring Tech 25 on here and other things and keep building what you're building, because what you're building is necessary. You know what I mean? It's very necessary. It's very needed. So, you're very humble, but I had to say that because you're a good guy, man. For real.
I appreciate that. Well, I'll do you a favor, and I'll wait until the Knicks win an NBA championship this year, and then we'll bring you back. We'll bring you back later in June, so you're not having to divide your attention. Willie's got one special track that he wants to play for us before we get out of here tonight, and then we'll let you go. I'm so thankful for you, man. What you're doing. Not just the success that you've had, but what you're doing to make other people successful in the same vein that you were giving me my flowers. You deserve all of those same flowers, man. What you're doing for the youth out there, connecting with Tech 25 and what y'all are doing, I think is absolutely incredible. So looking forward to a long, fruitful relationship between us and working with you and working with Kate and having a track that all three of us are on together would be awesome. And maybe Willie can get some production on there too.
All right, co-production, bro. Co-produced between Gallo and Willie, man. Let's go.
I'm down. I'm still learning, but I'm down. I'll tell you, they switched me from Logic to Pro Tools in class, and that's a whole different ballgame.
It is. Wow. I actually don't like to produce out of Pro Tools. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not trying to discourage.
I don't either, because there's so many. Just getting into it, there's so many different plugins. You have to, like, Logic. It's a open and go kind of thing, and it remembers what interfaces you use. Logic, Pro Tools, you have to go in there and manually set up each one
almost every time. Yeah,
you do every time with the new update. Every time you open Pro Tools, you have to go back in and set it up, and it's frustrating. I'm sure I'll get the hang of it, but my computer almost got a hammer today.
I feel you.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I didn't even pay for the computer though, so I'm probably not gonna do it.
So a little backstory on us, Gallo. Me and Willie met at a outdoor music festival, little festival out in Summersville, Missouri, out at this little campground. And we're so grateful to Captain Jack's beautiful people out there that are just so good to us. And but I had met him because I was out on tour, and this was kind of part of my tour. So I happened to have all of my sound equipment with me, and I arrived early, and Willie gets there, and I like saw what he had, and I'm like, you mind if I set my stuff up? You know what I mean? Like, you still run sound and you're the guy behind the board, but like, I got a pretty nice, Yamaha system. Let me set my stuff up. Flip more, stuff around. We'll use it as monitors and everything. And I just tried to, drop a little knowledge on him from my 25 years of experience in this space, right? And kind of coaching and guiding him. And we just fast brothers, man. And 2 weeks later, he hit me up after I got back home and was like, hey, I'm thinking about starting a podcast. And I was like, well, you got one now.
I had talked to you about it before I even left. I had talked to you about before we even parted the ways. And you said, let me get back home and we'll talk about it. So,
2 weeks later, you had a podcast, and look at you now. You're winning awards for sound engineering and all kinds of
That's dope. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. That's super dope.
Bubba's a big push behind that. He really is.
It was a heavy lift, too. I don't know. Well, Willie's a big guy, Gallo. You can't tell on the screen, but he's a big man.
You know what? No, it takes a family. It really does. I mean,
yeah, I agree. And
that's what I tell everybody is.
And no different than with Gallo, man. You recognize family on that vibe. Thank you, Shelly. I appreciate you. Super fan, Shelly. Lady Persia, she's a member of the Viking World Order super fan group. We got a Viking show that we do, and beautiful people. So thank you, Shelly. I appreciated it. It's good to see you on our music show. She doesn't always get to tune in. She's a nurse, so she's always working.
But yeah, picking up on that energy and that vibe that people bring, I don't care. Like I said, my upbringing was in country, but I like all kinds of music.
Yeah.
And
he doesn't mean sexy back on karaoke when he's running it.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs, bro. I gotta hear that. No, that's one of my favorite songs.
No, Bubba, no.
He said no.
We are not showing that video on YouTube.
You do it live. What are you talking about, video?
But no,
that's funny.
And I even got that in the first 5 minutes, like you were saying about Gallo, just that vibe that someone brings. I think there needs to be more of that in the music industry instead of Gallo's over here killing it. How can I tear him down to be better? And and there's too much of that. You know what?
Yeah.
Be happy for your friend's success and be there for him. There's going to be times where it's like a light bulb and it hits for others, and some have to work a little harder. I'm one of the people I have to work a little harder.
But that's okay, because that makes you stronger, right? And it really sharpens your skill even more. So not everybody gets. Listen, man, I talked about it earlier. I wasn't handed things. I'm thankful for that. I actually am super happy I wasn't handed things, because now I appreciate the good even more. When a positive result happens from it or a reward happens from it, it feels even better, right? Because I put in even more work and I knew what I had to do to get there. So, there's blessings in the struggle, man. You know what I mean? There's so many blessings in the struggle. Yeah,
there's a song in there, Gallo, for sure.
Yeah.
But, right. I agree wholeheartedly, because, even with me just starting out, I've had my DJ 5 years, business 5 years. Okay. There's a toy drive I do up here every year. Because I know what it's like to struggle, and I don't ever want someone, if I can help them, and that was so great about Bubba is he has that same energy. When someone matches your energy,
it's incredible.
The vibe is there, and it's, when I met him, it was like we have known each other my whole life.
That's dope. That's so dope. Yeah.
Likewise. I feel a lot of that tonight as well, Gallo, and getting to hear everything that you're doing, and the community that you have around you and the communities that you're part of out there in Pittsburgh. Just cool, man. Like for me, Pittsburgh is like the eastern edge of the Midwest to me, right? Like I know it probably considers itself a little like it's like we're still kind of East Coast, but you're not really,
Yeah. Nah, you're right, bro. I was just telling somebody the same thing, bro. It's like Western Pennsylvania, right? That's an East Coast state, but it's kind of Midwest too. Like, yeah, absolutely.
And Gallo, you're ever down in my neck of woods? I love to link up and do some stuff with you.
Yeah, we said Missouri.
Yeah, I'm in Salem, Missouri. It's a big town.
Okay. I definitely.
Not really.
Yo, I drove through. So I'm bigger. I collect magnets, right? Every state that I go to, I collect a magnet. I'm big on that. Whatever. But Missouri was one of the states I drove through. I was driving to San Antonio. So that's cool for sure, bro.
Type. All right, Willie, play your last song, and we're gonna let Gallo get to his basketball game.
Yes, fourth quarter. I need to watch it.
All right, and this is a birthday song for Bubba.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Bubba Struts. Cake on the table, candles spark. Wish you big, wish you gold. Wish you more than you can hold. Bubba Struts, Bubba Struts. Make a wish, make it hard. Bubba Struts, Bubba Struts. Let it shine, let it start. One more laugh, one more run. One more year of wild fun. Raise that slice, lift that grin. Bubba, let the day begin. Bubba Struts, Bubba Struts. Make a wish, make it hard. Bubba Struts, Bubba Struts. Let it shine, let it start. Happy birthday, Bubba. Happy birthday, Bubba Struts.
Yep, that's beautiful, Willie. Thank you for that. And
you're welcome. Don't get in a big head, okay?
It's can't get any bigger than yours, brother. Don't worry.
Hey, you know what? One of these days it might.
No, that was cool. That was cool.
I got friends like y'all, man, that if I ever started thinking that it was a me thing, I would be dead wrong. It's about this team. It's about this vibe that we're putting out, and it's so nice to have it hitting right now. And it was a long, man, that first year and a half where it felt like it was just like, man, I'm doing this, but it wasn't coming back yet, right? Like it hadn't reached that that kind of fever pitch yet. And now I feel like it's not only caught on, but it's really expanding rapidly. Unsigned Spotlight, our daily show, has a lot to do with that. But connections with people like you, Gallo, are a big part of that too. So
absolutely.
Yeah, and my wife does a really good job of letting me know.
Keep him in line. She keeps him in line, and it's a very fine line.
Well, she just won a crossbow at bingo a couple weeks ago. So,
oh, you're definitely in line now.
That's cool.
yeah, okay, yeah, sure. That's one word you could use.
He's scared is what that's just SOS
Scary,
is what he's trying to say.
terrifying, or other words that I was thinking of. But
Yeah.
Listen, that's his SOS. That's what he's trying to tell us.
Oh, Willie, I got a bolt in my leg, man. You got to drive up here and help me.
Well, you better hope it don't bleed out because that's a long drive.
Yeah. Well, I ain't got nobody else I can call. Well, Gallo, I'm gonna let you get out of here, man. Absolutely appreciate you. You dropped some freaking dimes for us, just like the Knicks are dropping dimes right now. We're gonna let you get to your game. Get it. I just can't help myself.
It's all good.
Y'all be good. We appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Katie, it was so nice to meet you as well. Shelly, Danielle, thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate all of our fans. We appreciate the women in our life always showing up for us and supporting us. Please don't shoot me, honey. I absolutely adore you. Don't ever forget that.
He wrote a song for her.
That's good. Next time we get together, Gallo, I'm gonna play you some of my music, man. I'm gonna see what
I would love that.
So
I would love that.
Really
enjoy your game. Go Knicks. It hurts me to say that as a Bulls fan, but the Bulls
have been
back for a long time, so it's all good.
Yeah.
And we haven't had a rivalry since the 90s, dog. So it's all
exactly.
Good.
All right. Yo,
Gallo,
thanks again
good, man. We'll talk to you guys soon. Everybody, be good. I got to get out of this garage before she gets here. Katie, we'll see y'all.
All right, guys.
Everybody, see you next time.
Yeah.